Splat-ow!
Spadoosh!
Spladoosh! What a tay.
All right, headphones on. Now I'm in the zone.
I'm gonna get high.
That's what I'm doing too.
Higher.
I know I told you I was gonna get that high, but I'm getting higher. All right,
Look, I promise I'm not going to get super ripped before this boss fight, but also, hold on one sec. Oh yeah, I'm going to throw so many rocks at this fucking thing. I'm a giant ape.
There's somebody in the room with us. Oh, it's Craig.
You wake up, you hear a noise, you turn the corner. It's Craig.
I pull a gun. I say, Craig, is that you? You look a little weird.
Craig turns to you, his face melting off. You see the bones piercing through what remains of the muscle. Nah, everything's cool, bro.
I point my gun at him. Craig,
What?
Stay back.
Mike, I thought we were friends. What's happening?
I fire.
Ah!
I shoot him in the head and the chest area.
All right, roll an attack against Craig.
All right.
Why are we playing a D&D session inside a D&D session?
I didn't join the game yet. Do I have a real dice next to me? I have a real dice next to me.
I'm like a wisdom save. This is terrifying. That's a 14. Plus 1. I think I've got +1 wisdom. So that's a 15.
You annihilate Craig.
DM, can I put myself in front of Craig?
Yeah, roll me an acrobatics check to see. Actually, no, just roll an initiative check to see if you can act first. That's the name of the thing. It's the name of the thing.
I'm just a commoner. That's an 8.
You attempt to jump in the way of the bullet heading for Craig, and all that does is give you the front row seat as you watch the bullet in slow motion pierce through Craig's skull. Also, you notice that Craig looks completely fine. It's just Mike hallucinating.
I then point the gun at Ryan. Ryan, are you like him?
Yes, Mike, I am.
You notice that all of a sudden he looks just like Craig did.
I start firing.
I roll a constitution check. Without puke. I roll an 8. I puke.
Oh, you immediately start puking as you watch your close friends rip each other apart. And then you see me, Eric, the narrator, off in the recording booth, behind the bulletproof glass, terrified.
You did this! You made this happen! You're the god of this world, narrator! I start firing at the booth.
It's okay. It's okay. Let it out, buddy. Let it
The
out.
glass is bulletproof. It just doesn't seem to do anything.
I roll a strength check to break the bulletproof glass. Nat 1. I break my hands. I slam my hands against the glass as they turn into pulp.
He's responsible.
Over.
He did that to Craig.
Red
I'm
Rush
pounding on the
punching
glass.
Omni-Man. When Red Rush punching Omni-Man, he's just breaking his own hands against it.
Yes.
Haha, try as you might. I'm the narrator in this story. And then the glass turns to warping liquid.
Oh no! Mike, I'm sorry! Ah!
We could do it again. We could do it better.
Give me another chance, Mike!
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
What the fuck just happened?
The same
Here's my
thing that
Bluetooth
happens every
connecting.
time.
Bluetooth disconnected.
The thing that happens every time, and every time you go, wait, what the fuck just happened? I roll a 3 for Bluetooth connecting.
Your Bluetooth does not reconnect this time. Alas, that was
Good.
the last time the tooth was blue.
You know why? Because I'm so scared that means the recording is done. And so
Yeah,
I'm like, oh no! I hope that's not the recording telling us it's over.
In that little mini session right there, I rolled 3 20s, and none of them got over an 8.
On the bright side, that means your boss is probably about to absolutely push our shit back in.
Thanks for getting
Absolutely
the
womp you.
Unless you
Yep.
believe in gambler's logic, and that means that he's going to get a 20 now that he rolled so poorly.
Nope.
Nope, gambler's logic's retarded. That's why they're all failures and lose all their money. I forgot. Sorry.
And then a D100. Nah, didn't get it. All right. Everybody feel ready?
I feel ready.
Yeah, I feel warmed up.
I feel like we just warmed up. We just D&D warmed up.
Yeah.
I want everybody to know that that Craig will be missed.
I didn't want to do it. I
I can't believe you killed our intern.
I didn't want to.
All right, let me throw in some crazy taxi energy here, real quick. Welcome back, everybody, to I can't fucking the crazy taxi energy.
Hey, y'all ready? It's time for the roll initiative.
Do it again. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Yeah.
As soon as I said crazy taxi energy, I knew Eric was gonna get too excited and laugh about it. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Roll Initiative, Claw and Order Special Cryptids Unit. I'm your Dungeon Master, Brian, and with me this week is.
Oh, it's me. Yeah, I'm supposed to go first. Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm playing Lawrence Aberline, also known as the Dogman of Michigan, the Order of Scribes Wizard. I've never actually said what he was.
Ooh, dropping the subclass. Nice.
Yeah.
Lord.
A fun fact about Lawrence. He knows how to play the drums.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, he's not great. He's Ringo level probably.
Oh, so he's not actually a drummer.
Hey.
Oh,
But
1978,
1978, he met a nice little kid named Mike Portnoy. Showed him.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! You don't get to not know who John Petrucci is and then bring it up because I mentioned he rejoined the band today.
He showed him a thing or two. Thinks he'll go on to do good
You
stuff.
showed him a thing or two.
I love the amount of back research you do also in the timelining your jokes.
It wouldn't have worked if he was 20 years old.
Yeah, but he's 50 or 60 or something.
I would have dropped that fact if it wouldn't have worked in the timeline, but it did, so I used it.
I appreciate that.
Boom.
Hi guys, this is Eric here. I'm gonna be playing Norman, the normal human. I am a level 7 Circle of the Moon druid, and just a awful, unnatural monstrosity of a person. But aside from that, the reason Mike Portnoy left the band for so long is because Norman had to learn how to play the drums that well to take his place again. It just took about 10 years, but Norman was able to figure it out.
Hi, I'm Mike. I just know that Brian loves that I do that every time.
I love it.
I'm a fan too, I'm not gonna lie.
And I'll be playing Mikey, the Jersey Devil. Fun fact, an unknown comedian once had to come to Mikey and his father to sign a contract to make himself famous, and that man was Joe Piscopo.
I can't give you a reaction to that because I don't know who that is.
What's just Joe Crisco? I forget which one.
Joe Piscopo.
Piscopo. That's right. He had that movie that just came out.
No shit. There's no way he just had a movie that came out.
No, not just came out. That How Sweet It Is. I hear it.
Oh God, yes. Well, the only reason that movie was able to come out is because a literal devil is behind it.
He just asked to be famous, not talented.
That's what. No, exactly. He asked me. That's exactly right. And he was born in Passaic, New Jersey.
Mike, without looking at your character sheet, why don't you tell us what levels you are in each class? And what subclasses you picked.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
a hard one.
Because me and Eric had to Google Joe Piscopo. You have to tell us what your subclasses and levels
Without
are.
looking.
Without looking up.
Yeah. I am 3 levels into Sorcerer and 4 levels into Warlock. I chose Errant Mind
Oh, yeah, you're there.
Sorcerer?
Aberrant Mind, yeah.
Aberrant. Not Errant. Aberrant.
It's close enough. You got the first and last
And-
syllables.
My Warlock class is
Oh, it's the most
Back to the
classic
tome.
OG.
Pact of the Tome. That's my pact. That's not my...
Well, it's weird because technically, terminology silly. You are a pact. Well, I don't even know what they called it.
Fiend.
Pact of the Fiend. Yeah,
It's heavy fiend, yeah.
but then you took the Pact of the Tome.
Yeah, it's
At
a
level
fiend. Yeah, because
3.
well, it's fiend, obviously. I mean, it just makes sense.
I'm sorry to put you through the ringer like that.
No, I found it
No,
hilarious.
he got it though. He had it.
He got it.
I also think you're 4 levels of Sorcerer and 3 of Warlock, but we'll let
But I
that
can-
slide as well.
I can tell you that Joe Piscopo grew up in North Caldwell, and he attended West Essex High School, and was a member of the drama club. And then he met me and my father, and he's like, I really want to be a comedian and be famous. He didn't say be a good comedian, he just said be famous. But see, that's that thing about the devils. You really got to be specific when you sign a contract.
You bedazzled the shit out of that guy.
I mean, he's had a pretty good life.
Yeah, I'd trade mine for it.
I wouldn't. All right, I would not.
We simply have already talked about Joe Piscopo for entirely too long. All right. So last week on this fine podcast, this Joe Piscopo fan cast that we do,
How sweet it is.
how sweet it is to be loved by Joe Piscopo. You guys ran through the woods, chasing a tentacle carrying human arm, carrying a chunk of werewolf gore, and did battle with a group of zombies. Lawrence was zapped by some kind of lady in the woods. You guys recovered, beat the zombies, got a case of the scent back for the werewolf blood, followed it the rest of the way to where we are now, which is in front of a giant evil tree. It's covered in corpses hanging from its limbs, hung by vines stuck on the bark. It has this evil, coursing, purple, dark energy running through it. Underneath the bark, you can see into the wood grain. The roots system is all these tentacles that have been flowing throughout the forest, specifically the one you were chasing that had the werewolf guts. You were able to stop the tree from being able to consume said werewolf guts, saving you guys from fighting a werewolf tree, a were tree. Tree where? Where tree bear?
Their tree bear.
Their tree we bear. You guys saved yourselves from having to fight that. You are now face to face though with a rather evil tree. You do have the jump on it. You were able to jump into the clearing, and we were able to ascertain what was going on before the tree could turn to face you guys. So you are going to have a surprise round against said evil tree, and that's where we're at. I forget, Eric, in the editing for last episode, did we roll initiative in that one?
You specified you were using last week's initiative, and Mike was going first, and I believe that gives me a 4 and Ryan a 3.
Yeah.
Right.
I would actually not mind rolling again, though.
I mean, if I specified in the previous
I
recording,
know.
it's already done.
It's canon. We can't go back.
Yeah.
We can retcon.
All right, so let me go back here. Should be in here.
Yeah, just bring it up.
Where is these initiatives? Oh, that's right. We were using the initiative.
Oh, that is another thing I forgot about. I'm pretty much completely lost on the accurate number of my spell slots.
Oh shit, that's a thing I forgot about. Play the theme song.
Initiative. us on our quest. Roll initiative. You can dither part of a long rest. Roll initiative.
Yeah, about your spell slots. I think we determined you probably you cast shield once, so you're at least down one level 1 spell slot.
Yeah.
You used the Code of Cania or whatever it was called. So that's not even a spell slot, that's
No.
just a magic item.
And then I just did Eldritch Blast. I did a Lightning Lore, which is cantrip.
Which is a cantrip. I can't think of any leveled spells you cast besides the one usage of the shield spell.
I'm pretty conservative with my spell slots. I think that might be it.
Yeah, you and Ryan just don't like using spell slots.
Hey, I used a lot.
I'm just kidding. I just edited the last episode, and I remember the part where you were just like, I'm conserving them. I was like, what, for the whole campaign?
Well,
Wait, did I Scorching Ray? Hang on, did I Scorching Ray?
You talked about it, but you didn't.
But I didn't.
You talk a big talk about casting spells, but you don't cast spells.
Wait, do I have 5 slot of level 2?
Technically, yes, but 2 of them are your warlock spell slots that come back on a short rest.
Oh, yeah, there's that bullshit again.
I just want to point out that I did not save my spells last time, and look what happened, Eric. We were in a boss
What,
fight
you did good.
where I'm lacking on spell slots. There were zombies.
Hey, I didn't tell you to burn them on bitch-ass zombies. I never suggested to do that.
Damn, that means it's all up to me. Oh, there's so much pressure.
Feel the pressure.
I'm like sitting here now, like generally you have the edit, and I'm like, I can't remember exactly what happened at the very end of the episode, but I could.
I can tell you. I can basically recite the episode to you from start to finish if you want.
I don't want you to recite the episode.
Okay, you don't want this whole episode to just be me reciting the last episode, trying to imitate all of our voices.
That would actually be funny, though.
Actually,
If you ever lost the audio.
Can you give me like about 5 minutes of it, and we'll decide if we want to keep going?
I can give you like 2 seconds of it. So you guys see a large tree. I'm gonna kill stuff! I guess I start blasting. Maybe we shouldn't. And that's the best I got.
Somewhere in there, I say or like 1,000 times.
I removed them, so that doesn't count anymore. Those are no longer canon.
Fuck, man, I was editing the goddamn.
That's fan fiction.
Like the Frogman Village Massacre episode, and I say like so many times this episode.
I noticed that as well.
I could not get them out. They were just so embedded in what I was saying that I was removing ones that I could, but most of them were just so in there. I was furious. I actually stopped hearing your chair creaks because all I could hear was likes.
Yeah, when you start editing them a lot, you start to just notice I just piss myself off every time I talk now.
I'd be so irritated with my own voice and everything I say.
Yeah.
Like,
My own voice.
I was that way when I was.
My own voice doesn't bother me anymore, but it is me saying like and that drives me nuts.
that's what I sound like to you guys? I have that fucking nasally weird of a voice? Sorry.
Right, I would say my speech class when we were told good speeches, obviously, but
Did they tell you to go but over and over?
no, he did. It was suggested to just do. God damn it! Now I'm doing it. Just pause instead of saying or but. Just wait.
Yeah.
But I just did it a lot, so it's probably not great advice.
It's not easy to do. When I try to not say I say like, and then if I'm not thinking about it, I say It's easier if I have like I just said like it's easier if I have a full page of things I'm about to say, and I'm not like going off of if I'm not improvising, because then my brain is just it's too high and slow. It's like
for me, the secret when I'm the secret for me is if I am trying truly to avoid it, I just talk very slow.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. That gives you stretch it out a little bit.
That's pretty good. My problem is
Because we can remove the empty spaces and it'll just flow like a normal sentence anyway.
Wow, that's some meta shit right there.
I can dig that, but my brain goes too fast and fills in the silence with but ums and like.
Ooh, honestly, that could work though, just as a narrator talking like this. Actually, isn't like a bad narration.
That's what I plan to do.
Man,
I've been practicing DM voice on the side for season 2. Get ready, everyone.
tickle in the back of my throat. All right. So,
Not the crazy taxi. I'm sorry, the smooth jazz taxi.
Smooth jazz taxi. So you guys are in this clearing, just busted in. I believe, Norman, you are now a giant ape. Yeah, it's good ape noise. And you have 2 giant ape clone, mirror images still, correct?
You can't see my body language, but I'm now pretending to be 2 floaty giant apes next to me as a giant ape.
All right, so there's currently 3 of you, 1 real, 2 fake, but there's a lot of ape.
Oh, it's a whole lot of ape.
Mikey, Rougarou, and Lawrence have also all bounded into the clearing. Lawrence, you are in human form?
Yes.
Yes, you're in human form. You guys look across the clearing. You've already done the wisdom save for this giant, terrifying tree at the end of our last session. As you walk into this clearing, you've been under the trees for a little bit as you've been fighting your way through the swamps. As you hit this clearing, you hear thunder break in the background, and the skies open back up as lightning breaks through the sky. Rain begins to fall heavily in this clearing as you stare across this clearing at this pulsating, disgusting... Fuck you, Ryan. I can say clearing as many times as I want. Don't type things while I'm talking. I'm going to read it, you bitch. Now poor Eric's got to edit this part out.
My life is suffering.
I did also open a jar of weed while that was happening. I was like, oh, I think that got picked up.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. I mean,
Nope.
yeah, it's a good mic.
And we come back here.
At the top of the initiative order, Mikey, who was able to get the jump on the arm, trace this entire thing back, is the first to act. You have advantage on whatever you're going to do, Mikey, because it is surprised.
The one thing I was very certain about. Let me look at its description. Oh, that's great. It's a bonus action. Okay. Oh. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm remembering things. I'm remembering.
Oh.
I cast Hex.
Yeah.
I pull out my booklet, I flip through the pages, I find a part where I cast Hex on somebody, and I pull out from my holster my pentagram, and I start reading, and I cast Hex on this motherfucker.
All right.
You have to choose ability score to give them disadvantage on skill checks with.
What would a tree be? Like, really good at? Constitution?
Oh.
Constitution doesn't
Strength.
have skill checks. It's only
Strength.
skill checks.
Oh, skill checks.
Strength?
Strength?
Yeah. Strength, because if it tries to throw out a vine, grab one of us, and pull us in, that's probably going to be a strength thing.
Can I cast it at a higher level? Does that even matter?
It extends the duration of it.
Is this concentration?
Hexes, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Sure, I'm doing it at one higher level.
So now it'll last like 8 hours or some shit.
I don't know if it's worth wasting...
Oh, no, it's not.
level.
What does it usually last?
Like an hour.
Yeah, if you kill it, then...
Concentration for an hour at higher levels. Yeah, up to 8 hours, then up to
Oh.
24 hours.
Oh, but just it makes the time. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not worth upcasting it.
I didn't want to say that. I don't want to tell you what to do. I'll tell you what it do, but not tell you what to do.
I don't know what my subclasses are.
You sort of did.
No, I got them all. I did get them
you
all.
did.
Yeah.
It just took a while. Like, I was fucking asked about geography.
All right, so you are hexing this tree.
Sorry, I just thought of something real quick.
Yes.
So this thing's like a zombie tree thing. Maybe you should transmute the spell so it doesn't do necrotic damage? Question mark.
Wait, does it actually? Oh,
I don't know.
I don't think you can transmute necrotic, dude. That's not one of the elements or thunder. I don't think necrotic is not in the list of things that I can transmute. I don't think.
Transmute into, right?
Maybe that could be the wording.
Yeah. When you cast a spell that deals a type of when it deals. Yeah, you were right. Look at this. Look at this, guys. I want you to mark this moment where Mike Smith just totally called my bullshit and was right.
Necrotic is a little different. It's like force. Like, you notice force isn't on the list either?
I didn't think it mattered what the spell's initial. I thought, like, here's the list of things you can turn a spell's damage into, but I didn't know it also had to start from that list.
I just see it as it's an elemental change, even though thunder's a little weird, but you can still consider that an element. And so once you... Both necrotic and force are outside of elements. They're like something else.
I'm also now remembering that most undead aren't even resistant to necrotic damage anyway, so I'm going to edit out this whole part where I waste everyone's time.
Oh, but you're going to edit out the part where Mike's right about his own spell?
No.
Don't edit that part out.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay, I'll leave it in then.
So, bonus action, and what are we going to do with the action?
I don't even think you have to, but that's all right.
Who knows? Maybe I'll leave it all in. Here's me saying hi to myself if I lift this in.
Whoa.
I was going to say, Mike, can you give me our Arcana check real quick?
Yes. 23.
23. You can feel that this evil tree, while pure evil, is not undead and isn't in any variety. It doesn't seem like in any sense it would be resistant or immune to necrotic damage.
It's not a zombie tree.
The tree just has dead bodies on it.
So necrotic damage would deal damage to a living tree like this. It is alive.
This is probably a devil tree.
Yeah, this is something worse than a fucking zombie tree. Hey guys, I know this looks like a zombie tree, but this ain't no zombie tree. This is something worse than that.
You saying like don't use fire on it, or
what? No, what he said.
I don't speak bear.
Well, what he said was, it's basically when I cast a hex, it still dealt damage. This is what the bear said, and and because of that, we know that this is not a zombie tree, and therefore it's probably something more evil. Isn't that right? Yeah, I thought I got all that.
I'll have to write this down in my notebook.
You're going to have to brush up with both your bear and your gorilla.
I transform using my natural ability to just make the head a bear head so I can just keep making bear noises instead.
So you're a bear-faced gorilla.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just barilla.
Not a gorilla, a bare-faced giant ape.
But then I just imagine your normal head. You just turn back into Norman's head, but on this gorilla, like, hey guys! And then it's just turned back.
But anyways, that was bonus action, right? So
yeah.
You still got an attack.
Yes, Mikey, you do.
And also, all those noises I was making earlier. After I cast Hex, I cannot cast a spell.
Leveled spell.
It leveled spell, so I can still Eldritch.
Yeah. Correct.
Alright, well, then by default, guess I got an Eldritch. But, I'm going to move over here. I'm just going to move over here so that I'm flanking the beast. I moved up 20 feet, this little bushy thing. Right, meow?
Alright.
Just so I'm not bunched up with you guys, and I'm taking position. And I'm going to fire my Eldritch Blasts. Looks like a 16 and an 11.
Would the second attack still get advantage, right, Eric? With surprise?
Surprised is a condition in 5e, and technically it's surprised until its turn comes up.
Alright, so yeah.
Oh, so it would.
So it would be with advantage then, yep.
So it would, yeah.
So that's a 15. No, I'm sorry, 16 and a 19.
Both hit.
Actually, I don't even know what rules is written and what Baldur's Gate 3 is kind of forced into my brain at this point.
That's totally fair. 9 and a 6.
And Hex.
Oh.
For both.
So yeah, roll 2d6.
Yep.
2d6 necrotic damage.
3.
Right, so 15,
total.
3, so 18 damage total. So you shoot out your eldritch blasts across the swamp. They slam into the side of this tree as it slowly starts to turn towards the group that appears to be mostly facing away from you. It starts to make this slow spider-like turn around with all of its roots embedded in the ground, slowly turning its body around. It comes around to Rougarou's turn. He is standing over near Lawrence. He looks across the swamp at this gnarly fucking tree.
I do want to ask Rougarou, is this common in your neck of the woods?
No, I was just about to ask you, like, what in the fuck do you do for a living? This is ridiculous.
Well, we kill things like this, that's for sure.
Yeah, I live in this swamp, and while I do know there is creepy shit, and I'll be honest with you, I feel like I've seen that thing that shot lightning at you earlier before, but this is something I have never seen.
New to the area.
It looks like it would be very difficult for it to be new to the area. Look how fucking big this thing is. But I've never been into this part of the swamp before. It feels like nothing around here looks familiar to me. But I felt like I've already explored the entire swamp.
Curious. All right, well, go kill it. We're counting on you. Oh, you're shooting a longbow. I thought you were gonna like go slash it or something.
We are at quite a distance, sir. I'm going to move up towards this large tree, but I am also going to detach my longbow from my back and fire off a few missiles in its direction. This is a little bit different than fighting a zombie. A big fucking tree. He shoots twice. 14 will not hit, but the 18 on his other one will. 3 damage. Rougarou is bothered by the size of this opponent and a little bit bothered by Lawrence's comments about not going in for a slash and a claw. He pulls the string a little bit, misses the one shot, and then the next shot doesn't get full power into it, and this arrow just whizzes out. It slams into the tree right through a corpse that's already on the tree. So Rougarou wins. He's like, "Ow, shit."
Oh, shit.
My bad.
This is why they bring us in.
I apologize, Mr. Fancy Pants. I defeat giant trees and shit. I'm a little bit shaken. And that brings us to...
I just want to like shout out. He's never fought a giant tree before.
Hey, he says you've never fought a giant tree. Why are you acting so cool right now?
I've only worked with this guy for like 6 weeks. He doesn't know everything I've done.
Rougarou turns.
Fuck, go there.
He never fought a giant tree before that.
Rougarou turns to shout over to Mikey. He goes, he says you've only worked together for a couple weeks.
Admit he may have before that. I don't know.
He says, shit. All right, maybe you fought a giant tree. I don't know.
I haven't really, but...
You lying son of a bitch.
I didn't say that to him.
I knew he never did.
I don't know what Mike's doing, but him yelling from a distance effect is quite nice.
It is really nice. It reminds me of that one video online where the guy yells across to an island where he's like, "Hey, fuck you!"
The secret is I'm actually screaming, but I'm taking my microphone and holding it like a foot away from my head in the other direction.
All right, so Rougarou's moved up and he's dinked the tree. That's his turn. Norman, I see you've turned yourself into a giant black box.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it cooler than that. I'm trying to take shortcuts, and it's really not helping my cause any. Right now, I'm just a giant black box, but I'm a huge creature, so I'm a 3x3.
Gotcha.
I wanted to depict how large I am currently.
Okay, so black box is...
There's giant ape, and then there's
giant
also 2 giant black boxes on either side of them, or one on either side of them.
That's true.
You don't need to make any more giant black boxes, though.
Are you sure? I could just sit here and make black... Okay, so I have to ask, how tall is this tree?
The tree is 75, 80 feet tall.
Cool. I have a 40-foot move speed currently. I'm going to get basically right up in its grill. I think that was about the spot that line was drawn to. And then I'm gonna hit enter on this pre-typed in thing. I'm gonna throw a giant boulder at it. That's a 15 to hit.
15. Roll again. You should have advantage.
Oh, right. Roll 1d20 plus 9. I did a question mark,
damn
big
it.
dum-dum. Hey, chill. Kill the grill. You know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna click the roll d20 button. I'll just add 9 mentally. Alright, that's a nat 20.
Right.
That's not gonna hit.
The crit misses, so
yeah, crit
that
miss.
is 14d6 damage. 28 plus 27 plus 6, so that's 33. Was that 61 damage plus 6 for my strength modifier? So 67 damage as I throw this boulder while charging up towards it.
61 damage.
Yeah, dude. It's a 7d6 thing that I just crit on.
Jesus. Holy shit.
So I just rolled 14d6 plus 6.
Look at all those 5s and 6s.
And I rolled incredibly well on the damage.
That's what I'm
Both
looking
of my
at.
66s I rolled were basically the strength of a full fireball.
There's 1-1, but then there's only a single 3, and then everything else is 4, 5s, and 6s.
It's some good damage.
Holy shit.
Well, Eric one-shot the boss, so let's all go home.
1, 2, 3, 4 6s, 4 4s.
Eric, if you look in your stuff, you might have giant ape now.
Oh, excellent. I was going to ask, but I didn't want to interrupt.
I was doing that while you were critting upon me.
That's fair.
No, it's 4 6s, 3 4s, 3 5s, a 3, a 1.
Give me a description of what just happened, please.
He just picks up the boulder and tosses it, then just charges forward. As he sees the boulder, he's like, that hit might not work. So he just jumps up in the air, blitzball, Final Fantasy X, and a backflip kick into it, and just kicks it full speed into the tree.
This boulder smashes into this tree. A giant chunk of hardwood go flying out. Bark splinters and shoots everywhere. Corpses are shaken from the tree. They fall to the ground. Some of the ones that are on vines start swinging violently around and bumping into each other. You hear this cacophony of clattering bones. They slam into each other. Stumbles in its turnaround. That brings us to Lawrence, if you're done your turn.
You mean Norman?
Yeah, Norman, if you're done your turn. Yeah, I started moving on to Lawrence, and I'm like, wait, I don't know. He might have bonus action for that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't actually think I can do any bonus actions as a giant ape boy.
All right, so what Lawrence is going to do, see this giant fucking ape annihilate this tree. Lawrence is going to see Rougarou running forward and just say, well, if you're going to attack from a range, you might as well make it better than 3 damage. And he's going to toss out...
You, Lawrence.
He's going to toss out... God damn it, what's my book's name?
Winston.
It's not Ulysses. Winston, that's it. It's
Winston, not Ulysses.
I toss out Winston 30 feet towards the tree, but just a little off kilter. And then Lawrence is going to run 30 feet to the right. That was his bonus action to throw out Winston. And now through Ulysses, I'm going to cast Faithful Hound next to this tree.
All right, and what does this invisible hound do?
Let's see, let me pull up the spell description. Conjure up a phantom watchdog in an unoccupied space. It remains for the duration, so for 8 hours. The hound can't move. When a small or larger creature comes within 30 feet, doesn't matter, barks. At the start of each of your turns, the hound attempts to bite creatures within 5 feet of that which is hostile to it for 48 piercing damage.
Gotcha.
So it's not attacking now, but it'll pay off soon.
Gotcha. All right, so you toss out Winston, and he casts this hound spell for you. It looks like you did nothing, because this hound's invisible.
Yep.
So Rougarou turns back to you and sneers at you. Yes, Lawrence, that was a great move. I see you have yet again run away and done nothing whatsoever. At least I shot it with an arrow.
Lawrence is going to sort of change into a werewolf, but stays human. The taunting gets to him.
Rougarou gives you an actual snarl, because he is a werewolf.
Like that shit when the Hulk like has his face turned.
Yeah, but that is my turn. Fuck you, Rougarou.
All right.
I'm gonna kill you.
And that brings us back up to the top. As Mikey's preparing to take his turn, you guys see the trees fully turned around now, and it starts to split itself down the middle, right towards where the giant hole is from Norman throwing a rock into it. And you see it form this split into two sides of a mouth. Rotten teeth appear carved out of branches and wood, bodies in this giant grisly Venus flytrap of a mouth, and you see two vines rise out of the ground and glow dark purple. They plunge their way back down into the earth and snake their way through the ground. A tree close by Mikey begins to animate as this tentacle punctures into it, pumps this dark purple energy into it. And then another tree over by Lawrence and Rougarou, as they're bickering, is also punctured by one of these root-like tentacles as it pumps energy into it. And these trees begin to contort, crack. The branches come together to form limbs, and their chests break open, dark purple fire burning within them as they turn towards both Lawrence and Rougarou and Mikey, respectively. Awful, deathly howls, wind passing through dead and hollow trees.
Ooh. If you echo that,
I think it sort of did.
but if you put like 3 layers and echo that could be really disturbing.
Oh, wait till you guys hear what I did. Remember last session when Brian was like, "Ooh, that was a bad one. That noise was terrible." I lowered the octave aggressively on it, put distortion and reverb, and now it sounds just like.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you do that to what Brian just did, that might be a really horrifying sound.
It makes these trees, these little tinier versions of itself, even though they look more like what it did when you first came into the clearing, and not this distorted Venus flytrap that it turned itself into since it's taken all this damage. But Mikey, it is your turn now. We are at the top of a regular order. There's no advantage anymore.
Okay. I would like to maybe investigate something or do like a Arcana check to figure out. So these tendrils have shot out, and the tendrils have animated nearby trees. But as you said, they sounded like they might be hollow trees. I want to see if I try to disconnect the tendril, will that deanimate the other trees? Like, are they truly like their own thing now, or are they reliant on being connected by that umbilical cord to the original?
All right, cool. Give me either an investigation or an Arcana check, whichever one you want to do.
I like Arcana. I feel like that makes sense. I'm just going to start flipping through my book, like different pages, see if any of the symbols make any goddamn sense. 23.
With a 23, you're perched up in this like tree bushy area, flew up to shoot your Eldritch Blast from. There's a tree pretty close to you that just been animated. You can see the tendril root that attached to it is still fused to its back, and you can see there's a slow pump of purple energy going through this tendril all the way into this tree, almost like watching blood pump through a vein.
Okay. I'm going to target the tendrils. The tendril to the tree closest to me with Scorching Ray. 19, 15, and 21.
All right, so the 19 and the 21 will hit. The 15 does not.
6 and 8. And fire is just fine with me.
All right, cool.
Don't forget your hex damage.
Oh, my hex damage. I'm sorry. So that's 2 d6s.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric. 9.
Here's how we're going to play this. You're able to reach out and strike this tendril. The fire hits this thing and catches the wood and what appears to be this bloody, sappy substance that is pulsing this energy through. Pure luck check. roll me a d20. Anything 10 and up will go back towards the big tree, and anything 10 and lower will head towards the smaller tree in terms of damage.
18.
18. With your 6 and your 8 and your 9 from your hex damage, that is 14 and 23. Your Scorching Ray flies into this tendril. It's almost when a trail of gasoline gets lit, that real quick run of flame, almost like blue flame, up to the point of the largest pool, and it explodes.
Ooh.
This flame hit this tendril and runs up the tree onto this big Venus flytrap-y looking giant wooden monstrosity. On its side, there's a bunch of bodies that were fresh than some of the clanging bones you had seen before, and it looks like that's where a lot of this life substance, this energy is coming from. Your flame flies up this sappy, bloody fuel and hits this giant pool of blood collecting under these bodies that have been spiked on this tree, ignites it, explodes. These bodies on this tree, you swear you see them almost screaming out. They had to have been fucking dead.
No.
As you stare into the flames, they're moving and
No.
screaming in pain. And give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, God. I want one in real life. 21. I'm super wise.
Mikey does better than Mike did. Mikey steels himself against this torturous sight that he's looking in on.
I have 0 wisdom bonus, so this is all luck going on right now.
So is that all for your turn? You've done your...
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
I should probably get away from this fucker.
Yeah.
I believe I have 30 feet. This looks like a log over here. I kind of like... Wait, what's to my right? What is this giant square?
That's me.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, actually, Brian, can you drag the corner of my token and make it bigger?
Can I delete this additional werewolf over here, Ryan?
One is my spell book, and one is the Invisible Hound.
Oh, gotcha. So no. Mikey moved over by the log. There's a book over there. Mikey lands. Winston's this floating book. He's like, ah, shit!
Wait, can I see it?
Yeah,
Oh.
it actually illuminates light, too.
Oh, what the? Hey, do you, like, talk or some shit?
Boy, I talk. Keep it quiet, okay?
Oh, shit. All right. Let's, there's some shit going down. Let's just be quiet and stay behind this log.
I know that's what I'm trying to do. I'm hiding from the fucking trees.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry. I was a little freaked out by you being a fucking book.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Now we're on the same page. Haha.
Dun-dun-dun.
They got a legit chuckle for me. I'll admit.
All right, at the end of Mikey's turn. You know what, Mikey? Give me a stealth check real quick. Because you are kind of hiding.
Fuck. That is what I'm doing. I thought you wouldn't notice.
He's technically illuminated also right now by the book.
Why would you say that?
It's alright, the log provides cover.
16
16.
is a thing.
16. Let me do a perception check real quick for the evil ant.
16's a number. It's actually I like it. It's high enough for certain things.
The ant does not notice you. So you're able to get behind that log, hop over it. You're illuminated, but the ant misses you entirely. Charges across over towards Norman, who's been attacking his papa.
For tonight, we're going to officially refer to him as Normape.
Normal ape.
And this tree just comes running across and gets to throw 2 slam attacks into Norman.
My armor class is 12. The 24 will hit, but I have 2 mirror images still. With 2 duplicates, you must roll an 8 or higher.
You did not roll an 8 or higher.
That's gonna hit me.
So the 1 misses, but he does slam into you with his branches for 14 damage on Normape.
I passed the con save to hold polymorph.
Excellent. That's its turn. The big mamma jamma, weird Venus flytrap-esque looking motherfucker, is rooted in place. He's struggling forward a little bit, but can't move very far. He's taking a ton of damage. You guys watch as it turns its sights towards Norman, even past him, and he focuses on the Rougarou. Kindred swamp spirit, specifically angry at the Rougarou. Maybe it was at 3 damage. Who knows? You watch as it takes one of these grisly, twisted branch arms, pulls a clump of corpses off of its bark, and balls them up and squeezes them. You guys hear these disgusting cracks and watch as kind of these liquids and juices pour out in between its fingers as it chucks pile of corpses
Oh my.
made into a snowball of corpses at Rougarou.
Oh my.
I need everybody to give me wisdom saving throws who saw that. Mikey, you're hiding, so you probably did not see that.
I got a dirty 20 wisdom save. Lasted 20.
Please hold while I check. Target assumes the hit points when limited actions performed, including mental ability scores. Yup, it's just as I feared. I'm not so wise anymore. Mine was at 11. I pass.
Everybody passes. You guys watch this thing clump up fucking corpses into snowballs. It chucks one at Rougarou and absolutely pounds him into the ground for 26 bludgeoning damage. He just disappears into a pile of fucking corpses. And then it returns the favor to Normate by chucking one at him as well for a 21. Roll for your mirror image, please.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see the new roll. I was too busy beating my chest. That is above the thing, so that one's going to hit the mirror image, and I no longer have a mirror image up.
The first one didn't hit either mirror image, it just hit you directly.
Oh yeah, it just hit me, so the other one is still there.
Also, the big guy took his turn and moved a little bit, so Ryan, or Lawrence,
It does not get a opportunity attack.
but it had its turn, right? So at the beginning, is it your turn or my?
Yeah, at the start of my turn, it can attack.
Is that your action when it attacks?
No.
Gotcha.
So it will bite at it.
It'll bite on your turn.
Yeah.
I thought it was the start of the creature who is close to its turn.
No, yeah, my turn.
All right, excellent. That's it for the big tree. It is Rougarou's turn. He pulls himself out of this clump of bodies covered in muck gore, looks back at you, Lawrence.
Normal Tuesday for you, huh?
I really should not have followed you guys into the swamp. This was a mistake. There is gallbladder on my fucking shoulder. Flicks viscera off of him. His eyes start to glow red. You've seen this before in wolves, especially ones without a pack. He's giving into a bloodlust, covered in blood and viscera. He's been hurt quite a bit by that giant pile of corpses. He is feeding into his inner wolf, and you watch as he pounds across the swamp and then leaps into this tree that's attacking Normate. Starts tearing into it with his claws and his sword. Attacks. He was declawed a while ago. He still uses them.
Never land
Well,
that
he
claw.
was declawed. He's Balnoring it up right now. So he misses with his claws,
He's
and
dead.
he deals
Dead
whopping 4 damage with his scimitar, snarling and slashing into this thing, frothing at the mouth, but not dealing much damage.
You don't understand the power that can come with controlling the urge, Rougarou. That's the difference between you and me.
And that is Rougarou's turn. Okay, he can't talk back to you. He is just full. He's in bad dog mode.
Oh, it's gonna sound sick when I put all the effects on it.
Normape, that brings us to you.
For the purposes of all of us in this chat, I posted a gif of Zangief from Street Fighter. I'm about to do that right between the big tree and the smaller, yet also large tree. I'm gonna put myself here, and then commence the Zangief Hurricane Spin Fists. I'm gonna punch both of them one.
I have to see what that means. I actually am not familiar.
Just holds his fists up and spins.
No, you mean he does a helicopter? Like he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's awesome because he's the one doing it.
All right, so which one hits which?
Oh yeah, I'm going in there. I got a nat 1 and a 22. I'm gonna try to play this as straight as possible. So I start spinning. I was already standing next to that tree, so I imagine I would probably hit that one first, and then eventually spin into the other one.
Helicopter fists.
So you miss the smaller tree that has a snarling Rougarou on it,
I missed the one next to me.
and plow into the big tree.
However, I land a crushing 23 bludgeoning damage back into the one that I crit earlier.
Your fist punches out another huge chunk of its trunk. Wood splinters fly through the woods. More bodies rain off of this thing to the ground. You see it starting to wane in energy. The dark, evil purple flame that residing inside of it grows slightly weaker. It is a beat-up fucking tree.
I'm gonna murder that tree.
That's the end of Normate's turn. That brings us to Lawrence.
Lawrence, I've got this connected mind with Winston, so we're both at the same time going to say Skippy. Sick balls.
I will edit those so you guys say them in sync.
I have to imagine Mikey's weirded out. Winston and him are hiding behind a log, and Winston just goes, Skippy, sick balls.
What the fuck? Yo, what?
It attacked the tree.
Winston turns to you and goes,
Why are you saying that British shit while we're...
We're hiding.
Oh, it's the name of the dog.
Yes, Skippy is the name of the dog. It is my former pet.
All right, 21 hits.
It's only 9 piercing damage. That's really low.
4d8, you got 9.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Wait, 48, you got 9. How the hell did that happen?
A lot of low rolls.
There's no flat damage on it. It's just all luck.
It displays it. You got a 1, a 1, a 5, and a 2.
Yeah, this was like my big special play for this, but also it turns out the tree can move.
You and Rougarou are so alike.
Anyways, Lawrence is going to move. He sees the other animated tree and start booking across back towards Winston and Mikey. And for his actual action, he's going to cast Scorching Ray on the tree.
Which tree? We got 3 trees.
Which one?
The big one.
Big tree? All right.
Big, yeah. Shoot big
Let him
tree.
fly.
Hang on. Where's Scorching Ray? Is it not on my actual attack? Oh, there it is. 24, 18, and a 22.
Lawrence, they all hit.
Pew pew, big tree.
So 6, a 9, and a 9. So that's 24, I believe.
Lawrence, you've dealt just enough damage to destroy the big tree. It had 23 health left.
Yeah, stole my kill.
Skippy is jumping up, ripping away more bark, and Lawrence is darting across this swamp. He's got his revolver out. Every 5 steps, he takes a shot. All 3 of them hit in the fucking purple swirling vortex that is its mouth.
Got it in the fucking mouth. Nice.
You're making yourself all heroic.
You can feel that the first 2 have dealt a ton of damage. You start to confidently stride forward now. As like, yeah, I'm going to look badass as I do this. Can you shoot once more? This blast rips into its open mouth. It hits exactly where you were aiming for. The last little bit of dark purple fire burning inside of it. The mouth closes around the blast. The tree splinters and explodes from the inside. Corpses go flying everywhere. Wood splinters go flying everywhere. A burst of dark black purple smoke that rises into the sky. It starts to turn the rest of its tendrils that are in the ground into ash that's burned all the way back up towards the 2 trees it was connected to. And the trees catch on fire, screaming these like terrible otherworldly screams. You'll never unhear it. So unworldly as these other 2 trees burst into flames and are reduced to ash. The original tree just falls apart, splits open, and descends back to the forest floor.
When Lawrence sees that happening, he just sucks Winston back into his book and turn to Rougarou and just say, "That's how you kill a giant fucking tree."
As you turn to Rougarou, he is putting fire out on him because he was on the tree as it burst into flames. He is patting himself out and you can see the reds fading away in his eyes, but there's still a tinge deep in his pupils, a deep dark red spot there. Good job, Mr. Abilene. I guess this is your line of work after all. I need to tend to my wounds and clean myself up. And he skulks off away from the group.
Lawrence had like his gun drawn the whole time, but until he skulks off, he had it aimed at the tree, and they're generally in the same direction. And then Rougarou skulks away. Lawrence just puts the pistol away.
There's a couple things happening here as this battle's ending. And I'm going to need a couple checks from everybody. Rougarou
Oh boy.
runs, skulks off into the shrubbery, so he's not going to be here to help out with anything. Mikey, I need an Arcana check from you. Norman,
It's outrageous.
Norman, I need a perception check from you or an investigation check. Up to you.
Still a giant ape.
Got a 7? Wow.
I got a 13.
I got a double 7.
And then Lawrence, let me get a history check.
History check. I am okay at those. I'm actually proficient. That's a 23.
So we're going to do this in ascending order here. Mikey, with your 7 Arcana, you know that this energy you've been chasing through the swamp all night is definitely connected to Phlegethos, one of the layers of hell. You're positive it's Phlegethos. You can feel and taste hellish, devilish energy coming off of this tree. Norman, with your 13, you notice that there is a ton of corpses around. You notice that they're all in different varying levels of decay. Some are full skeletons. Some are...
If I focus the question with, are any of these fantasy races, will that change the outcome of this?
Do you want to stay an ape, or do you want to drop the ape and come back to being a human to look closer into this?
Man, I really want to stay as a giant ape. It lasts for an hour. Why would I want to not
What
do
kind
that?
of question is that?
I'll let you do another check. It will be at disadvantage if you want to stay as an ape.
Ooh, it does so much damage. Wait. So I have to ask myself in this moment, Eric, the player, do I care more about robust storytelling, getting to the depth of my character, or do I like big number go brr? Big number go brr. Fuck it. Fuck the storyline. No, I'm just kidding. I'll drop
We'll just
concentration.
do investigations as the big monkey guy. You're just like, ooh. You're just looking around.
No,
As
it's fine. It's fine. I'll be normal human again.
you could be ape investigator.
You're tempting me, but he has 7 intelligence.
I know.
Detective Chimp.
Detective Chimp with his with a pea coat.
All right, that's a
and
24 now that I'm a person again.
fedora.
I like how you changed your name in the chat to Norm Ape as well. You're originally as a giant ape walking around and poking around at different corpses, and you're just like slowly shrink in size back to regular Norman size. Shake off the rest of the fur, and then
You notice that there's shit on your hand.
notice there's poop on your hand. Throw it off.
There's poop on your hand now.
Readjust your tie, and you're back in the Norman form. You're able to get back down on the level.
There's now poop on your tie.
There's no poop on your tie, damn it. Sorry, Norman.
Hold on a sec. Lawrence, can you cast Prestidigitation on me?
Yes.
This now ends. There's no longer poop on everything. I now adjust my tie.
That's the first thing I noticed with my history check. It's
Mike's
fun
just
style.
done. Mike is absolutely done. He's fucking pissing himself right now, just thinking about Norman just putting poop on everything.
I'm sorry, Mike. I am no butting you at this point. The
Oh,
yes
it's fine
and
now.
is over.
Prestidigitation, fix everything.
All right.
Yes, we're all
I'm
clean.
done.
We're all very clean right now. We're actually
Yes, it's a great spell.
Alrighty. So now that you're down on a more human level and you're able to look at these corpses, you notice that the ones that are bones all looks fairly human. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. There's little kid skeletons, there's old people skeletons, fat people skeletons. They're all generally people skeletons.
Are any of them my relatives? I'm just kidding. Go
Oh,
on.
fuck.
History check. History check.
Oh my god, what a dark question.
I mean, I could be related to any of these people. 14.
I'm not gonna do a history check. I know I'm not.
A 14. You probably got some blood here. You yourself don't, but like somebody you've been definitely has family down this way.
I run over to one of the corpses and hold in my arms and just go, Uncle Jim.
We took a short rest. We could talk to Uncle Jim.
Whoa.
I'm
No,
just
thank
gonna
you.
nudge.
No, thank you.
But you notice
Yeah, I'm just gonna nudge fucking Lawrence and be like, yeah, you see this shit?
I'm busy looking at Rougarou, but we have a weird group going on. I now think that you're not the weirdest thing.
Oh, is that a compliment? Am I supposed to say that's a compliment?
It's a
Oh, thanks. Thank you for that. Look, he's fucking hugging a skeleton.
Backhanded, but it's a compliment.
I mean, I guess I take it as a compliment.
He taught me how to drive, damn it.
See, I don't even know if that's real or not.
I don't think it's real. I feel like you told us something.
I mean,
No, it's not. Can I remember?
no.
You can also just
There's
ask me. I'm standing right fucking here.
There's no role for you to remember a conversation you didn't pay attention to. After you're done crying over the skeleton of Uncle Jim, you notice that most everything here is human. There is a few odd exceptions, though, with some of the fresher looking corpses.
Little people.
There are what you would consider possibly to be a short person.
A stout short person or a...
Just a regular little person.
A hill person.
You would think that they are classically a dwarf. The corpses are strong, they're stout, they're muscular. They're
just as able as anybody else.
you fucking son of a bitch. me trying to explain a dwarf corpse to people without being like they're like you've never seen a dwarf before in your life. An actual dwarf, like a fantasy dwarf.
We're working it as best we can, but what I'm starting to realize is
This is offensive.
Mm-hmm.
how fresh was the zombie we fought earlier that also appeared to be a fantasy race dwarf.
That was also a fresh corpse. It still had a lot of its meat on it.
Detective Norman's realizing, doing actual detective work for once instead of killing everything, it appears that there's been an influx of these very muscular, shorter people that they just seem so familiar, but I can't quite place it.
You also notice, along with these shorter, muscular, stout specimens, that there is also a few more. You had noticed one of them, these beautiful, pale, tall, elegantly featured, humanoid, pointy-eared women and men. You'd seen a woman in your first battle, and now you see a few more of these.
Oh, wait a second.
That's right. We saw like really.
I would like to approach the most fresh looking of all of the fantasy race corpses and attempt to Norman with it.
Absorb a dead body. Have you ever done that before, Norman? That could be dangerous.
I don't know, okay, but if I could get any memory from this thing about whatever it is that I can't remember, I feel like there's something missing, and I think I need it.
Give me a nature check. It's going to need to be an extremely high nature check.
RNGesus. Oh, 13.
On one side, it was really high.
Yeah, if I had advantage, that would have been pretty nuts.
You reach down and put your hand on one of these long, slender, pointed ear corpses, and your whole body starts to vibrate and shake. Your outline becomes blurred. Your entire body looks like shaking at a subsonic level, distorting the air around it. Jerking, limbs extend, shoot off weird, sporadic directions as you're trying to absorb this dead body on the ground into you. Your hand grows, liquidify over top of the chest of this corpse. You pull your hand back and stop shaking. Your body failed to absorb the corpse of this fantasy race. Mikey and Lawrence, I'm going to need wisdom saving throws from you guys. This time, Eric's the one that shook you.
This is only the second time I've made them make a sanity check.
Technically, we should have had one when you ate the cop.
You didn't see that.
That's true.
Also, this mechanic wasn't in place then.
7.
22.
Well, I drove Mikey crazy.
Lawrence, you're okay?
I want to say Lawrence sees Norman doing the crazy vibrations. He tries to place a hand on him, but he's shaking so violently that it breaks Lawrence's hand, and he's thrown back, laying on the ground and looking at his hand, seeing it reforming back into, healing itself.
Ooh. What am I looking at? Whoa.
Guys, we literally talked about this like a week ago.
This?
Yeah. I literally came up to you
overhead
guys and
shot
told
of you like tendrils coming out your back, like sucking things in with like weird globs. And, like, we talked about this.
My neck's turned 180 degrees, and I'm looking back at
Yeah,
you guys.
You've got insect legs, and you're like the Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing. You're like, we talked about this.
While he's saying we talked about this, I do need you to roll me a d8 there, Mikey, for failing your sanity check.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, it would be a 7.
Oh, you have 3 more before temporary effects kick in.
7.
Yes.
63.
Yep, you have 3 more points till the temporary effects start to kick in for sanity.
I don't remember talking about this, but I'm pretty sure we never talked about it.
And it sounds like we need the talk again, but this time I'd appreciate it if you guys listened.
If this is what you think talking is, I don't want to do it. I'm good. I'm alright.
I say we take 8 hours to talk about this, maybe.
That is unacceptable. Look, real quick. I'm a shapeshifter. You guys have to have realized that by now. I can contort
Norman.
and shape my bodies into different forms.
Wait, Lawrence, what are you doing over there?
I'm kind of maybe going to sleep, taking a little nap out here.
Look at my fucking face!
You were
And I
saying
showed
something
them
about
my
8
true
hours.
face.
You were saying something about 8 hours of sleep. I don't know if that's a good idea.
And this
I mean,
is the
like, you
face
gotta
that
be
a lot
you gotta
of
be
people see
alert,
before they die.
We got to be very alert.
But I need to get some sleep. I'm
I
actually
don't
very
truly
tired.
know.
I know.
I
I'm kind of hurt from what happened too. And you know, hey Norman, I think that we should probably rest.
Hey,
My face
Yeah,
is
you-
literally Rorschaching out, and I'm all,
what the fuck is
and
that?
that's why I just need you
Jesus,
guys to
you
fucking
know, you gotta
listen.
get your shit together, man. You gotta get your stuff together.
Rougarou, what are
I
you
think we
doing
should
over
rest.
there?
I honestly couldn't tell if Mikey was doing a bit there, or if he was just honestly asking Ryan a question.
Oh, God. I caught
I was
on.
like, I was like, is he trying to talk? Is he trying to have another conversation while Norman explains himself again?
No, I was doing it.
That's great.
yeah,
So good.
I caught on. It took a second, but I caught on.
While you guys are having your conversation and Norman's screaming into the void of you guys not paying attention to him, Lawrence, with your 20+ history check earlier, you feel your ring. You hadn't been paying attention to it while we were battling many zombies, getting shocked by a witch, battling trees, covered in
shit.
dead people. Your ring is hot again. You can feel that you have gotten a lot closer to the pack. It's not on you, but the direction you've moved in has brought you much closer to where you want to be.
The second that Lawrence actually realizes the ring is hot, he turns into werewolf form.
All right, let's go. Let's keep going.
Where the fuck was that? What the fuck? You're now turning into that? We were just fighting a goddamn fucking giant.
I'm gonna summon Paldoris and then turn into a polar bear.
Okay.
Follow me.
I'm going to not. Does the polar bear run off with him?
Both of them do.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily running off, but I'm looking at the group and like,
Follow me, right?
Yeah, totally. Let's go.
I think with that, that's where we'll end our session for this week.
Now I'm 2 polar bears.
Now you're 2 polar bears. Yeah, thank you guys for another week. Roll initiative. Hope you guys all had fun fighting trees covered in corpses.
Yeah, actually, I did very much enjoy that.
Oh, he's snarling. He's a werewolf.
Oh, we've lost
Alright,
Ryan. He's
I'm
full
also 2
werewolf.
polar bears.
Polar bears!
Hot ice.